How do you make money on the side? Cleaning evicted homes. I did it for my landlord during high school and college. $10 an hour under the table. I now have a strong stomach. Carpentry, plumbing, and flooring skills. It sucks when you find used condoms or shit on the walls. But hey, I score some neato stuff that people leave behind. I also did private housekeeping for some wealthy families in college as well. Same rate. Plus they would give me small bonuses for holidays and such. Edit. You're also concerned that I only charge $10 an hour. I was a teenager at the time. And I come a severely depressed area of the country. This thread is about making money on the side, not make a living off it. I work through a corporate housekeeping company now. And I only make $7.55 an hour. I fix iPhones and other broken screens as another side job. And I overpriced out the ass for that. Housekeeping was merely another thing to do. Plowing driveways. I live in a town half full of rich yuppies, the other half's country folk who wisely invested in some sort of plowing device, whether it be a four-wheeler or a tractor in the middle of nowhere basically. They all have these huge ass houses with long ass driveways. But no means to plow them. $10 a drive and I feel like I'm ripping them off since I also ask for free rein to sled all over their property. Takes me maybe 10 minutes. Good lord folks. I'm not a goddamn idiot. I approach them with the price and the promise I won't get the cops called on me for trespassing so I can snowmobile all over the place. I also like helping my neighbors and community and they are in turn helpful and appreciative of me. I'm not being taken advantage of. A trespassing fine's like $250 and I negate that with 10 minutes of my time for which I get paid $10. I buy cars that have repairable problems or at auction. Cars that are dirt cheap. Basically. I fix them up, clean them up and get them purring like they just drove off the lot. Then I sell them for much more than I paid and invested in parts. I flip like 2 or 3 a month sometimes. I've made over $1.000 on more than one occasion. One time I made like $3.000. But I got a ridiculous deal on the original purchase. I'm a party princess. I dress up as Disney princesses, with minor alterations and such to avoid getting a cease and desist letter from Disney. And entertain kids at parties. You kind of have to be at least a little good with kids. And have activities planned. And know your character inside and out. But yeah. I'm basically a group of children's new god for an hour or two. And I make $50.70 an hour. It's pretty cool. I also go to yard sales. Buy stuff that will sell, shoes, accessories, antiques, and sell it on eBay. That brings in anywhere from $100 to $600 a week. Edit. So I guess this is my ridiculous claim to 15 minutes fame so far. Where I admit I play dress up and get paid for it. My dad and I deliver hot tubs for a small pool company. We have a special trailer that makes it super easy. People buy these $6,000 plus hot tubs that weigh upwards of 1,000 pounds. And then realize they can't deliver it themselves. That's when we come in and charge $200 for an easy one or $300 if it has to go on its side. We also remove people's old hot tubs. Oftentimes they think it's beyond repair so they pay us to get rid of it. We then fix it and resell it. It's become quite the moneymaker. I write top 10 lists for a site called Listverse.com. They pay $100 a list and haven't rejected a single list I've sent so far. I used to write for the comedy site Cracked.com, but Listverse pays better and all readers do on Cracked is bitch about every little thing in an article. Mystery shopper. You essentially get paid anywhere between $15 to $200 to spy on people. And it's a great acting opportunity as well because each listing will have you act a certain way towards staff employees. Believe it or not. Most of the time it's your employer's way of checking up on you if you're in the service industry or doing retail. Sometimes you're paid to act like a total bitch, sound like an extremely annoying, overly concerned customer. Which can take up a lot of their time. And sometimes you're just trying to gauge the seller's knowledge base concerning the product being sold, which may take less than 5 minutes to accomplish. Chromecast did this a lot. It sounds kind of weird, but it's a ton of fun. Most of the time you even get to keep the item that you bought. And your payment nearly always covers the cost of the item plus a bonus that helps cover traveling expenses. The jobs over $40 are very rare, and most people jump on them. But you can take a ton of smaller jobs in an area and pull a few $100 a day on the weekend if you're incredibly efficient. Warning: some places are scams. So you've pretty much have to know a guy gal in the business and they'll point you to the best and most reliable companies to work with. Edit. Clarification. You're not supposed to be a dick. That was very poor wording on my part and I apologize. That's how I feel rather than how I actually act because I feel like I'm being paid to waste their time. There is an airport near my house and a guy that owns an airplane repo business. He often has to repo planes, their jets and the like, in other countries. Sometimes they are repoed from drug lords who forgot to pay the bill. I go along with him and his pilot to retrieve the craft. We fly to the airstrip airport in his own jet. He serves the papers, and I serve as muscle. I'm not a big guy, so I make do with what I have. What I have is a full kit of body armor, an AR-15, and a beard. I usually make $3,000 per run. About 5-8 runs a year. Nothing ever happens as they are usually very cordial about the whole ordeal. But I still remain asshole puckered ready every time we repo a plane. I cook food for a friend of mine. She is gluten-free, actual celiacs, not fad dieting, and vegetarian. She's also started some diet that massively restricts the amount of fats and proteins she can have. Oh. And this woman hates to cook. So for $50 a week, I make 2 big dishes for her that she can have for dinner all week. I really love difficult cooking challenges. So the job's been pretty fun and it's been a great way to motivate myself to cook healthier and get some extra cash. I wrote an algorithm that finds miscategorized auctions on eBay. I run that list through a financial model that predicts the resale value against the minimum bid. 95% of the time, I get the auction for the minimum bid. Then, I repost the same auction back on eBay with a shorter bid duration and in the right category. I then just reroute the shipping to the new buyer. Been doing this since 2009. Invest about 30 minutes a day, and make $45k a year on it. I sell spreadsheets to small businesses. My friends initially laughed at me when I started, but over the past several years I've been able to save enough, you acute 80,000, so I'm now in the position to let my wife stay off work whilst she looks after our 6-month-old baby. And if anyone wants to help me crack the American market, drop me a message as I'm willing to pay a bit of commission to anyone who can help generate some sales. Edit. Thanks for your responses. For anyone looking to help, we can set up a discount code unique to you and then all you need to do is go away and sell the software. I can then run a report and let you know what you've sold and give you an agreed amount of the profit. I need to work out the finer details, but it should be quite simple, I hope. Astronomer here. When not doing my day job, I do money on the side by writing freelance articles for various science magazines, like Astronomy, Sky and Telescope, and now working for an assignment for Discover. This can be for various topics in astronomy, from a cosmic ray observatory in Argentina to neutron stars that merge with regular stars to how to find extrasolar planets with radio signals. Basically, whatever I find interesting and know my teenage self would find interesting. For anyone really interested, my latest is actually in the current, i.e. February issue of Astronomy, on the South Pole Telescope. Close bracket. Anyway, what's really nice about this is I'm a PhD student, and these articles pay really well. Like, I don't write for less than $1,000 an article anymore. To be fair, I've also been doing this a few years. You won't stop there. With that money I fund my various weekend trips around Europe, which is a really awesome sideline for me. I work as a shot clock operator for college basketball games. It pays about $30.75 a game depending on the institution. If there is both a men's game and a women's game, it is doubled. It couldn't be easier. Literally all you do is hit a button to restart the shot clock when one of three things happens. A foul. A change in possession. Ball hits the rim. It's also nice because I don't officially work for any one college. They ask me if I can work games and I can pick and choose when and where I want to work. I usually do it about every other weekend. But someone could easily do it almost every day.